So all the information out there right now suggests that we're headed towards a recession here in 2020. However, there's great news for real estate agents, and that is this. There is one lead source that gives you an amazing opportunity to get new listings during a recession. And in this video, that's exactly what we're going to talk about. I'm going to share with you what the #1 lead source is during a recession. And at the end of this video, I'll walk you through step by step how to work this source of business so you start getting 1, 2, 3, 4 listings a month with this lead source. So let's get started. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here and you want to grow your real estate business, learn how to get listings, start now by subscribing to my channel so you never miss anything. So there are so many lead sources out there. There's Zillow, Realtor.com, FSBOs, Expireds, for rent by owners, and the list goes on and on and on. However, there is one clear winner. There is one clear lead source that gives you and I the best opportunity to get new listings and new business on a consistent basis during a recession. What is it? It is the absentee owner. What is an absentee owner, you ask? These are property owners that own homes where they don't live. Why do these property owners give us such a great opportunity during a recession? Number one, when we look at what's happened in the real estate market, in the housing market, since the Great Recession of 2008, property values have done nothing but increase. Matter of fact, most years have increased by double digits. We don't see that very often. And so here's what's happening right now. Here's the reality that these property owners are in. During a recession, what happens? Less spending. So you have all these property owners, and there are tens of thousands of absentee owners in your market and every market across the country. So you've got these property owners with these homes that they own. Most of them are rental properties. They've got 1 or 2 investment properties or homes that they have tenants in, right? Well, the challenge is when people are in reservation mode, when there's fear in the marketplace, when there is a recession happening, people tend to spend less and reserve more. So think about the marketplace. Property values have continued to increase value. So for most of these property owners, they have a lot of equity sitting in this property. And so they've got all this equity. The property for a lot of these people causes them headaches. It causes them stress, anxiety. Most of these people aren't professional investors. They've got 1 or 2 investment properties, and these are the things that keep them up at night. So a recession causes these people to justify the decision to sell the rental property, get the equity out, hold on to this cash position. It only makes sense. And so a lot of these people that own these homes are going to be looking to sell these properties right now because they don't want to deal with them anymore. And a lot of these people have tons of equity. The second reason why absentee owners are the #1 lead source during a recession is this: low competition. You see, unlike for sale by owners and expireds and old expireds and for rent by owners, all of those lead sources, for the most part, you have high competition with other agents. If you've ever prospected to an expired listing before, you know exactly what I mean. The first objection you get is,
why in the world are all you guys calling me? Where were you at when my property was on the market?
And the same thing goes for the for sale by owner. You call a for sale by owner and you're going to get an earful sometimes. Am I right? So with absentee owners, however, you don't have all of that competition. Hell, you might be looking at this video right now saying, wow, I've never called an absentee owner in my life. And for most real estate agents that I talk to, whether they're in my training company or my real estate brokerage company, they look, when I talk about absentee owners, they're like, wow, that's a great source of business. I can't believe I've never heard of that before. I've never focused on that before. And so the competition with absentee owners is much lower than any other lead source in the business. The third reason why absentee owners gives us such a great opportunity is recession or not. Here's the interesting thing. Let me show you something inside of my MLS that is true for your MLS in every market across the country. So the third reason why absentee owners gives us such a great opportunity right now is because recession or not, believe it or not, An absentee owners in general, make up of about 20% of every transaction across the country, regardless of market. What does that mean? Well, if you look inside your MLS, you're gonna find that about 20% of the transactions that happen in your local market are absentee owners. It's the perfect storm. It is the largest source of any one transaction. There is no other lead source or pool of business that makes up for more than 20% across your MLS. So you've got the largest pool of closings happening in your MLS. You have low competition, and then the motivation right now is at an all-time high. You put those three things together, you come up with the best listing opportunity a real estate agent has during a recession. Next, let me walk you through exactly how you're going to go about contacting these absentee owners and getting the listing. You're gonna make a very simple phone call to the absentee owner. You can go watch this video right after this video to see exactly what my absentee owner script sounds like, but it's very simple. What you're looking to do is find out with these property owners, do they have pain? Is their plan to sell this property in the future or hang on to it forever as an investment? And here's what you're gonna find. For every 10 absentee owners that you talk to, over half, over 50% are gonna tell you, yeah, you know what, if it made sense, I would consider selling the property. You're trying to find people that say, yeah, you know what, the market is high right now. It maybe does make sense to sell this property. So that's first. The first thing you wanna do is find pain. The second thing that you're gonna do is offer up a CMA through email, okay? So two things are happening here. Number one, you're capturing an email address for your database, right? Building that database. And then the other thing is, you're providing them something of value, tangible value, by doing a market analysis of the property. And then three, what you're gonna do is you're gonna call that person back. You're gonna jump on a Zoom. This is a video conferencing platform. You're gonna share your screen with the homeowner. You're gonna walk the homeowner through the CMA, through the numbers, through the seller net sheet. And you're gonna ask the seller a very simple question. You're gonna say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, based on the numbers, the property should sell for between this and this. If you could net X amount of dollars, would you consider getting the property on the market now and getting it sold? And what you're gonna find is that the majority of them would say, yeah, you know, whether the tenant is still in there for a month or two, but after this lease is up, sure, you know, we would consider that. And then you simply ask for the interview, or you schedule a face-to-face appointment, trying to go and preview this property so that when the time comes, when their tenant moves out of the property, you have a huge seller database that no other agents have. Next, go watch this video right here so you can see exactly what to say to the absentee owner to get the listing.